Hi Jerry, this is Chris and I wanted to do a walk around video of this Yukon Denali that you're interested in. I just ran it through the car wash. The sun is out at least for a minute, at least partially. I know it's not gonna really do the paint justice because it's still very overcast, as you can see. But beautiful vehicle, great styling. As we come around to the window sticker, remember it is actually $7,000 under MSRP or under that number with no fees. So no dock fees, no dealer fees of any kind. Beautiful, again, styling. I'm going to open the tailgate and show you a couple things in here. So you've got your seat controls in here for the second and third row. The headrests are actually folded down right now to make sure you can see out of the rear view mirror. But over here, when I mash this one, if I do it twice, if I do it once, it will mash it down this way, and if I do it again, it'll lift up and allow access to the third row, which is a neat thing. I'm going to walk around here and show you that. So now I've got clear, easy access to the third row. By the way, in the third row, there is USB-C charging port over there, and another one on this side as well. When I fold the seat down, now you do have to manually fold it down. So this would be the control that will slide the seat backwards and forwards, allow for more leg room if you needed it. This is basically does the exact same thing as that rocker switch. Do it once and it will fold it down like this. Do it twice and it will allow access to the third row. And it is spring loaded, so it helps you on the way up. But really neat stuff here. I'm going to go back to those switches again, and you also have rocker switches for the third row, so you can fold the third row down. Now that seat is too far down to allow it to go all the way down, but you get the idea. And then, of course, you got your automatic button here. Sun is out momentarily. Still not going to do justice to this just stunning paint job. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful when you're looking at it. Just looks like you could almost stick your finger in the paint. When I open this door, you'll notice the automatic running boards, which is neat. When I close that, you'll see the close up like this. Get out of the way. Coming in here, beautiful stitching, panoramic sunroof, just absolutely gorgeous. Climbing up into the cabin here, on the left side of the steering wheel, you've got your transfer case, driving mode, your headlight stuff right here. Then there's, automatic lane keeping assist, parking sensors, auto shut off override. Over here is your traction control, automatic hill descent, which would come in handy in Kentucky. Does all of the braking down a slippery, snowy, or icy hill for you, so you don't have to mess with it. This button is neat. If I mash that button over here, you'll see your 360 camera views pop up, which is really neat. Back to over here, these are the heads-up display controls, so you can move it up on the windshield or down on the windshield, change the information you're looking at, or increase brightness or dim it down that way. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Hopefully, you'll look on the video like it's blinking. It is not actually blinking. It's just what LED lights do. So as I hit the info button, or this button on the heads-up display controls, you'll see that blinking light is going to change and it will add navigation or all kinds of different information to this screen, which is neat. We do have IntelliBeam headlights, which basically headlights stay in high beam all the time until it gets unsafe for another driver, and then they will automatically dim down into low beam. Steering wheel, you've got heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise control, which is great. So adaptive cruise control is, if traditional cruise control is you lock it in at 70 and you're good, adaptive cruise control will actually, if you're going 70 and I pull out in front of you at 60, it'll slow down, match my speed of 60. And then when you change lanes or I get out of your way, it'll automatically go back up to 70 where you originally had it set when it's safe to do so. So neat stuff there. You also have automatic. It will go in and out and back and forth with the buttons on the side of the steering wheel. Over here, there's a lot to unpack here. This is a Google-based system, and it is the best in the business. There's some neat features to help you focus on the road. And for example, all of this stuff right here between the these dials, you can tell it what to do. For example, right now it's showing 68 degrees. Hey Google, set the temperature in here to 62 degrees.
All right.
And you see now it's changed from 68 to 62. You could also tell it to,
that might not have worked everywhere.
You could also tell it to turn on the front defrost or the rear defrost, increase or decrease the fan speed. So there's a lot of practicality involved there, so you can keep your eyes on the road and just let the vehicle do that stuff for you. It does have heated and cooled seats. Ventilated, I should say, seats, and there are different levels. That would be high, medium, low. Same thing with your seats. You can heat just your back or your back and your butt right there, and there'll be high, medium, low there as well. Over here on the this is kind of neat. So I can go left or right, and there is no up and down button. It's just this wheel right here, and which helps you scroll through like a mouse. When you find something you want to interact with, you mash that button, and then it will change. For example, you can see on the dashboard here, well, let me turn this thing around so we can get, now that the sun's decided to come out for a few minutes, let me come over here. And so that way maybe you can see it better. Okay, so now as I'm going left or right here, notice on the dashboard you get some options that, you get some options that will appear there. So that would be your vehicle information. And so now as I scroll down here, we can look at our speed, our drive summary, our trip 1, trip 2, trip timer, tire pressure, driver assistance, oil life, brake pad life, air filter. You can customize and add pages. When I go left or right again, I go left, and now it's our music options. So if I mash that down, it'll open up some of those, and that would be our navigation, our phone, so I could scroll through contacts or recent calls and mash this button, and then it would call somebody. You could talk over the intercom in here. Then I'll go to the right, and now as I scroll down, this is your settings. As I scroll down, whatever thing is highlighted red, you can change that. So right now that is set to compass. If I mash that, I can change it to the time and temperature or your tire pressure or fuel economy or whatever. So same thing with the other side, which is a really cool feature. So those are your settings. Beautiful panoramic sunroof in here. There is a sunshade, which I'm gonna, if I hit this button, then it would close the sunshade. I think it looks beautiful when it's open though, so I'm not gonna mess with it. This is neat. There's a button here right on the dash, and if I'm, right here, and as I interact with that button, I can slide the center console back. And what this does is it puts the drink holders, the cup holders, closer to the second row so they can interact with it. But more importantly, it opens up a hidden compartment down here, and you could put a pistol in here, or emergency money, or whatever you wanted, valuables, a wallet if you're going in somewhere. So really neat stuff there. Over here, you do have a USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt accessory plug right there. This right here is wireless charging, so if I laid my phone down here, it will wirelessly charge the phone, and I believe it's also fast charging, so that's great. Back to the camera views, which we interacted with those earlier right here, but you can also do it here. So if I do this, now I have this cool graphic of, and if I put it in reverse, it would switch the graphic to behind us. Now, as I turn the wheel, you can see the graphic turns to show me what I'm going to eventually probably run into. And then over here, another cool thing is that not only do you see what the back is doing here, but you see what the front is going to do. So if you're parked next to your spouse in the driveway, or there's a dumpster next to you, or who knows what, you'll know if it's touching this line right here, when the front end swings around, you're going to hit that too. So neat stuff. I'll put it back in park. And then you can also, whoops, I hit the wrong thing. So you can also, move that to the back or to the front. So, which is incredibly helpful to have those graphics there when you're parking. What about, I don't know about you, but I can tell you my wife is terrible about hitting curbs. So now as you're backing up, you would be able to see exactly where the curb is in relation to the vehicle. You can also look down the sides, out the front, down the sides, out the back. What about your trailer ball? That thing would be sticking right out right there, which is super handy. So really practical stuff there. Let me show you this also. If I put it in reverse, this is your default view. But if I mash this button right here and I'm backing up to a trailer tongue, now no more pulling back and forth 8 times to move over an inch. You have this thing lined up absolutely perfect. Speaking of trailers, when I come in here, you can actually customize and build profiles for different trailers. You come in here and build a profile. Maybe you've got a backhoe on one, or you've got a zero turn on something else, or a tractor, boat, or whatever. Then you can test out the lights and all this stuff. Really, really neat stuff there. Over here, part of this system is the best in the business. It is a Google-based system, and you can customize this to no end, add different apps and that kind of thing. But it also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is really cool also. So it turns all of this stuff into an extension of your phone. And I'm going to try to do that now. Forgive me, I hit the wrong thing here. I do not actually have an Apple. So Android Auto, connect phone, and then, oh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do it while we're talking. So I should have set it up before. But anyway, it turns all of this, once you're hooked up with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you would see whatever your sort of, in my case, a picture of my wife, which is my screen, is the wallpaper on my phone. When you open my phone, she'd be staring right at you. So, and that would be displayed here, and also the apps on my phone would be on here. And so, and if I hit an address in my phone, it just pops it up here. So really neat and incredibly practical stuff. And I'll tell you this. Regarding the technology stuff, this is the best in the business. There's not a close second. We get all kinds of vehicles traded in, Fords, Nissans, Toyotas, you name it, and BMW, whatever. And this system is light years, exponentially better than whatever would be in second place. I mean, just exponentially better, and incredibly intuitive and easy to use. And I know it probably seems a little overwhelming from looking at this video, but we would go over all this stuff, and I'll show you how to use it. And then when you get home, if you can't remember how to do something, I'll sit in the car and I'll sit in one, and here on the lot you can sit in yours, and we'll just go over the stuff again if you need to, and we can do that as often as you like. We are going to hopefully be family very soon, and so we're not just going to throw you the keys and say, thanks for your business. You're going to get a level of service that is commensurate with you spending a bunch of money here. So we are humbled and grateful for the opportunity to earn your business. If you have any other questions, please give me a call. I could spend hours and hours and hours going all the stuff here and still not cover everything, but this should give you a sort of general idea of the vehicle. This is one of the most luxurious SUVs in the world. So the ride quality is unparalleled in this price range, and I think that you will really, really love it. Of course, there's bumper to bumper is 3 or 36, which is not consumable items like brake pads, windshield wipers, and tires. And then the powertrain is 5 years, 60,000 miles as well. But again, $7,000 off is a monster sort of unicorn deal that we've never seen discounts like these before. So these are the deepest discounts we've ever heard of. But and when you add to the fact that there are no dealer fees or markups of any kind, the savings can be in the thousands of dollars. Again, I will work incredibly hard for you. I will never pressure you or BS you or mislead you about anything. I am an alternative to all of those things. So if you're looking for a new experience when buying a vehicle, I think you'll enjoy the experience of doing business with me. Anyway, thank you so much, and God bless. And let me know if there's anything else you need, and I will call you back as soon as I can. God bless you. Bye-bye.